Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies, and welcome to our video series called Peppers 101. In this series, we hope to get you information and education on chili peppers and peppers from all over the world. And it is our hope and desire that this will encourage you and inspire you to grow different kinds of chilies and also cook with different kinds of chilies and share different kinds of chilies. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you don't share these different chilies with other people other than your chili friends, and they don't have to be super hot stuff, because we realize only certain people have a tolerance for that. Nobody else will. I mean, I will, but you have your friends, family, neighbors, and coworkers that you recommend a good book to, or a good movie, or a good gym to work out at, or a good restaurant to eat. So there's a lot of people that will take your advice. And there's so many diverse flavors in chili peppers that it'd be a shame for all these people you know in your lifetime to miss out on these different flavors. It would be a shame, a shame. They probably know bells and jalapenos and Tabasco sauce, and that's about it. They might have heard of the Reaper or the Ghost, but they won't go near it. But there's a lot of flavor out there, from sweet all the way to mild and medium, not just super hot and really hot. So please share this with them, share the channel. It is now September 1st, 2024, and by the end of this season, we hope to film a total of from last year to this year, a total of 250 individual chili videos. So there's going to be a lot of stuff out there. I'm filming, doggy. Go away. Go away, Stinky. So, anyhow, please share the chili love with people. We also want to ask you to get your children involved with you in the garden, not just with chilies, but anything. Spend time with them in the garden. Let them see the miracle of something growing from a seed all the way to a harvest. And then bring them in the kitchen and let them help you out in the kitchen preparing the meal. And again, it doesn't have to be chilies. It could just be something simple as a salad in the beginning. Because when a child does something with you when they're young, and they work side by side with you and they help, you ever hear little kids go, "I want to help, I want to help"? That's them crying out for your love and your attention, and they want to learn. So do that with the garden and in the kitchen. The chili we are looking at right now is the Aji Golden. Now, it's not really golden, it's more kind of an orange kind of color. I've been growing this chili since 2010. Now, what I can tell you about the Aji Golden is that it's definitely from South America, most likely Peru. But what a lot of people don't realize when they hear chili names like Aji Lemon Drop, Aji Golden, that's not going to be, if you go down to those countries and you go, "Hey, do you have any Aji Golden in the market?" They're going to look at you like, huh? What are you talking about, you American? They're not going to know what you're talking about. So I don't know the name that Aji Golden is called down in South America. I don't have any idea. If I did, I would tell you. Now, the Aji Golden plants are a capsicum bacatum. So, I mean, you know, your habaneros and your super hots are capsicum chinense. Most of the chilies in the world are capsicum annuum. Examples of that are bells, jalapenos, a lot of your sweet peppers, serranos, a lot of native chilies, a lot of chilies from Mexico are capsicum annuum. But a lot of the aji types with the name aji, which basically means pepper, are capsicum bacatum. Now, there are ajis that are capsicum chinense and capsicum annuum, but they're very few. Mainly they're capsicum bacatum. Now, what's one characteristic of capsicum bacatum that other chilies species don't have? Well, capsicum bacatum grow like crazy. They grow like crazy. Do you see how they're bulging out in the net? It's like a complete jungle there. I'm gonna have to really stick my arms and my head and everything through this whole jungle mess just to harvest the chilies. Fortunately, there'll be some ones on the outside like these to pick. They have a nice fruity flavor tones, we would say. They're also crunchy. They're nice and crunchy. They're very productive. They average about 4 inches long. Let me pull one off. 3 to 4 inches long. Okay, 4 inches being the maximum. They could get a little longer. Based on growing conditions, they might be more of a golden yellow than this kind of orange yellow, or close to orange. As you can see in here, there's one that represents the color more. But I haven't gotten to these plants in a while. So when you leave the fruit on the plants for a longer time, the pepper's going to get darken in color, whether it's red, orange, yellow, whatever it may be. And a lot of your yellow chilies are going to get yellowish orange if they stay on the chili and get overripe, so to speak. So the Aji Golden plants, I originally got the seeds from Dr. Peter Merle, and he's a seed seller. And if you're in Europe, that's somebody who you want to get from. His seed company is called Semillus Lapamas, and he's in the Canary Islands, which are governed by Spain, but they're off the coast of Africa. Beautiful islands to go vacation if you can afford to go all the way out there. And I originally got my seeds from him back in 2010. That's when the first year I started growing them. So they're very productive. As you can see, there's a whole bunch in the plant there. They're all over the place. Tasty, fruity, crunchy. You could use them in salads. You could make a mild sauce with them. You could use them to flavor foods. You know, you have a lot of capsicum chinense that have no heat, called Caribbean seasoning peppers. And they just don't have the heat. And so Aji Golden would be one of those aji types. Even though most aji types don't have much heat. Your aji types are going to be probably just a little bit hotter than a jalapeno, so to speak. So just understand that when you grow them, I've got 3 sets of aji plants right here. I have Peppa Peach Stripey, and I have Aji Chalu Arororo. And you can see these plants are over 6 feet tall, and they're jungles. So, I'm going to say this as I've said in many other videos. You're going to want to tomato cage these guys. Staking will help a little bit. You can tie to the stakes here and there, but you're going to have so many branches going so many different directions, like a vine, or vines, plural. And you're just, I don't know how you're going to tie them up to a single stake. So you can maybe grow them up against a trellis and then put some ropes and strings across that trellis in various parts to kind of hold the bush back from falling over. Or you want to grow them in a tomato cage. But they're going to grow. And they're going to go crazy. One thing I like about these capsicum bacatum aji types is even when you don't have the ideal conditions, like you have too much rain, not enough water, they're very, very resilient, and they just grow anyway. I know this because back in California when I was growing years ago, I had some, my irrigation system timer didn't work right, and it was constantly watering my plants more than it should have. Now, when some of those plants got soggy roots, they said, oh, I don't like that, and the plants got crappy, and some even developed disease. But a lot of my aji types like these said, I don't care what you do, I'm still going to do good. So that's one positive of them. The negative is they're going to grow huge, big, bushy. You're going to get a ton of chilies. And they're going to grow fast, so you don't need to feed them high nitrogen. You want to feed them low nitrogen fertilizers. Very low nitrogen fertilizers, but feed regularly so the plants develop healthy pods and are strong. You just don't want to feed high nitrogen fertilizer, you know, like a Miracle Grow or something. They don't need a Miracle Grow. They don't need a miracle at all. They're going to just grow. Let's look at this one in the back for an example again. Let me get these leaves out of the way so you can get a clearer look at it. There we go. So the Aji Golden, very mild heat, sweet and fruity, not sugary sweet. They're not going to be like candy sweet, like some sweet peppers, but kind of a sugary sweet flavor. They're delicious, they're productive, and for the family member who doesn't want a lot of heat, this will be a good chili for them. So, this is the Aji Golden from South America, and this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chilies, and I hope you've learned something. And let's say goodbye to the doggy. Goodbye, doggy. Goodbye, Nikita. Yeah? You happy, doggy? She's wondering why I'm sitting on the ground out here by these plants. Okay. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And watch the other videos. There's cooking videos and other stuff too. I got to pet Nikita. She's going to be licking my face any second now.